Okay, y'all. I want to talk about the TikTok ban because some of y'all don't seem to understand that the ban did happen, and so I want to talk about that. So I guess some of you guys are waiting until the 15th of this month, hoping to get a paycheck, and don't know if that's going to happen under the circumstances. Now, um, for those of you who don't know, TikTok has been banned in the United States. It has been banned. Now there are three different types of bans. Okay. There's a complete ban, there's a partial ban, and there's a content based ban. I believe TikTok is in the middle, the partial ban. With the complete ban, if that had happened, then when you clicked on TikTok, it would have just wouldn't even open it. Nothing would have happened. During a partial ban, TikTok, ByteDance decided to leave some functionality to the app so that it still runs, but it's not getting any updates. None. It's not getting, and it's not going to. Okay. So eventually it's going to deteriorate and it's going to start running slow. It's going to start freezing up. It's going to start buffering and eventually nothing. Now, I also want to bring up the fact that those of you who don't believe that, okay, so with the situation, when they have talked about banning TikTok in the past, okay, pay attention because this is very important. When they talked about it over in the past, every year it seemed like there was an issue about TikTok being banned. But TikTok never got banned because whatever the issue was never got past the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court would, knock it down and not approve it. And then that way TikTok stayed to fight another day. Okay. That was not the case on 20 January. Okay. The Supreme Court was in favor of and ruled in favor of TikTok being banned. Therefore, TikTok has been banned in the United States. So what you are using now is functionality. Okay, there's no updates. And I know people are on here and they're trying to go viral and they're trying to do them doing their lives and stuff like that. You're not going to have anything after 2024. Your lives aren't going to be showing up like that. It's just I don't know what you guys are thinking. That you're thinking that this information is being saved on a server somewhere and come February 15th that la di da. I guess it's possible, but I doubt it because the app has been banned. Now, the other thing too is that President Trump said he gave them 75 days to blah blah blah. If there was an extension, the Supreme Court would not have ruled in favor of the ban. They would have said, okay, we'll give it 75 days for ByteDance to decide what they're going to do and to see if they can come to an agreement with the U.S. ByteDance made their stance and said, look, 10 toes down, we're not. Therefore, it had to go into a ban. Because it's a ban, they decided to leave some functionality, partial functionality to the app. Yes, I'm aware that people have found other ways to download the app. It is an old version of the app. Okay, that's what it is. If you have not noticed on your feed, you're seeing the same videos more than once. Even stuff that you liked is coming across your feed again, showing your little red heart. These are all symptoms of the app not being updated. Okay, it's not going to be because it has been banned. Okay, so I don't understand why people think that everything's hunky-dory and la-di-da because it's not. TikTok has been banned. There is no 75-day extension because it has been banned. Nothing's going to happen at the end of the 75 days that the president has said. Like, I don't even know why he said that. Maybe to convince you guys because it's so easy to, you guys are gullible. So he said that when, like, it's 75 days and then what? Look, ByteDance has already said, look, we're not budging. We're not selling it. We're not giving you half of the profits. Not happening. This is not the only country that TikTok has been banned in, and ByteDance has stood 10 toes down and carried on. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there because like I'm not understanding why people are like waiting on some kind of miracle, thinking that, oh, we have 75 days. And look, if ByteDance was gonna back down, they were gonna make some kind of agreement, they would have already done it, and there would have been no reason for the Supreme Court to shut down to have it banned. There would be no reason for the Supreme Court to say, yeah, go ahead and ban it. There was no agreement, and there's not going to be. Your president has, of course, again, misinformed you. Because what he wants to do at the end of the 75 days, whenever that is, he wants to say, oh, well, I gave TikTok a chance and they didn't, try to have an agreement with this. They didn't jump on board the bandwagon. So, the fact that it's banned I gave him a chance so that he can be some kind of hero because you guys are gullible. And that's what it is. But no, TikTok has been banned. Make no mistake. And in the event of a partial ban, which is what this is why you're seeing the same videos over and over, even videos you've already liked. Because there are no updates that are being done, and they're not going to be. ByteDance already made their decision. There has been no agreement, and there's not going to be. ByteDance, TikTok is not going to miss this 170 million of Americans. They have billions of followers even without the 170 million Americans. Minus you, the 170 million users. ByteDance has plenty. TikTok has billions, still billions of users. So make no mistake. I think it was a nicety that they decided to go ahead and leave partial functionality to the app because they could have just shut it down. They could have done a complete ban. They could have done a complete. They did a partial. So I think that was a nicety. But also it's fooling you guys into believing that it's something that it's not. TikTok has been banned in the U.S. If you don't believe me, do some research and find out what does it mean. If TikTok is banned in the U.S., what does that mean? That's why it's not on the app store. And it's not going to be. That's what part of what a ban is. Yes, somebody's found a workaround and found an old version that they say that you can download. It's an old version, which too is not going to be updated. And when you guys are doing, in the situation of a partial ban and in the situation of you guys downloading an unofficial old version of TikTok, you're opening yourselves up to all kind of vulnerabilities on your device. Hackers, malware, because there's no updates. And there's not going to be. Because TikTok is banned in the United States. And that's what it is.